So since giving my last Amiga phaser gun away to Chris Winter, aka 005 Agema, it popped up on a recent search on eBay, an Amiga phaser for sale. Now this one was very cheap, should we say. It was, I'll just get my phone, $13.19, and it just said Trojan Phaser Commodore Amiga light gun. So I looked at some of the pictures and it looked a little bit grubby, should we say. And then when I clicked on the description, it said, untested, a bit grubby, casing has melted in place, but only on the surface due to the packaging, which was beyond saving. Cable has nick out of the outer sleeving. So I'm thinking, okay, untested usually means it's fucked and it doesn't work. I'll take a chance on it. And also, casing has melted, and it says, you know, packaging was beyond saving. Has this thing been in a fire? So anyway, yeah, I bought it, and here it is, completely untested. So on initial inspection, it just smells really like musty. It doesn't smell like it's been in a fire. So I'll just try and get that all close up for you. Sticker there is a little bit faded on that side, and I don't know how well that's going to show up on camera with these studio lights, but other side tells me it has been opened. Got a clicky trigger, which is good. Now I can see quite a few burn marks just there. I don't know, I can say how well that is going to show up on camera. You might be able to see it just there. So yeah, this gun's former life hasn't been very good to it. As you can see there, that looks like possible water damage, that. And you can see there that nick where it's been opened. Now, another thing that's concerning me is, okay, I did message this, oh yeah, just underneath, sorry, as well, just there. So I did message the seller, and I did say, you know, is this for the Commodore Amiga? And they messaged back and said, of course, it's 9-pin. Now, when this came, it had that. Now, I've never seen that before on an Amiga phaser light gun. It looks like some sort of mod, because this cable as well, although as you can see, I don't know how well it's going to show up, is a little bit grubby. But to me, it looks like a mod. But that is for the Amiga. So yeah, untested, as I say, could mean quite a few things. So it's cost me £12–13. You know, what could possibly go wrong? So I've opened it up, and on first glance it all seems to be present and correct, including this. Now, if you've followed Chris's channel for a while, and possibly mine, you will know that me and Chris had some issues. So originally, you know, he bought a gun, got it took off him. He got another gun, and it had no lens in it. So I had a spare one of them and sent him that. Anyway, it got lost, and it took 3 or 4 months before it finally turned up at his house in good old Australia. And then I sent him, you know, my other one as well, which was boxed. And yeah, we've had backwards and forwards throughout the months now, and this has been going on since last October, November. We've been having a bit of banter about light guns going missing and stuff like that. However, the last gun I sent him, the last item I sent him, got there within 4 weeks, which is quite good. But yeah, this was packed originally, not this one, this is a different one. That was packed in a little jiffy bag, and then as I say, it just went missing. So yeah, check out Chris's channel. He has done quite a lot of videos on these guns. So anyway, back to the gun. Now, it clicks, it doesn't squeak as well. Another thing that's concerning me is, do you see that there? It looks like neither a replacement or what, I don't know. This little, is it a photo receptor or something, what it's called? Which basically, when you fire the gun, it receives that and all that gubbins. But yeah, it's just a cable really. It was just like I thought that would be a little bit more rounded and not flat. It reminds me of the one you get with this. Now this is from the ZX Spectrum. Unfortunately has no cable, but you know what I mean. It was flat and it was like a phone line thing at the end you put in. It's given me that kind of vibe. So yeah, but that case could be a possible replacement for this gun as well, because at the minute inside there you can see there is one of those little screw things all snapped. Now the screws which I took out, you might not be able to see it, but two of them were rusty. So this tells me that this thing has possibly been in a fire. It doesn't smell of a fire. He didn't say, and I didn't ask him, but basically I think this has possibly been in a house fire. The fire's been put out and it's got water damage. I think, I don't know, I'm just guessing, because why would you have rusty screws in a plastic gun? So yeah, that's all for the inside for now. It smells like just, this has definitely been in a house fire. It's got to. Something's been on fire, it's been put out, and this gun has just been left to hang out, because you've got here as well at the end like a bit of rust, and it's giving me that smell where something gets wet and it gets left and then it just starts to smell. So yeah, I'm not holding out much hope, but the good thing is that these can be replaced, these micro switches, quite easily, and this is not really that big of an issue. If any of those need replacing, or you know, any traces behind it are rusted and or whatever, they can also be replaced. So anyway, what I'm going to do now, I've set up my CRT and my beloved Amiga 1200 clear case with an 030 processor card. So I'm going to put this back together, and I'm not going to screw it together just yet. I'm just going to clip it together just like that. Almost forgot the lens, which is just there. So yeah, I'm going to set it up now, and then we're going to play some, hopefully play some light gun games. So I've got a very old version there of WHD Load and Skeet Shoot, and I've got a couple of other ones which I've seen in Chris's previous videos, which I didn't know existed for the Amiga, light gun games. So I'm going to try that out, and I think I've got Enforcer. I'm sure I have, because I'm sure I played it in my last light gun video. Yeah. So anyway, without further ado, let's get this thing hooked up to my 1200 and see if it works. Right, so we have the gun plugged in, camera on a tripod, and excuse the mess. As I say, you know, I don't have this set up all the time. I've just put it together today just for this video. That Amiga is normally in a box in a cupboard. That is normally under there, just because I have kind of like no space for anything nowadays in here. So we're going to start with the Enforcer, or Enforcer. I've seen Chris play this and it is absolutely fantastic. Firebird to collaborate gun. This is the absolute testing of this gun now. Oh, it works. Oh, look at that. Fire to play, space to collaborate. Let's play. Oh, yes, it works. It works. It works. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. I'm crap at this. It's only for video purposes though. But yeah, that works absolutely perfection. I'll crack a little game. I thought you can, you know, shoot that fire hydrant there. Now that is absolutely brilliant. It might be down and dirty, but oh my word, it works. Right, so up next is good old skeet shoot. Quick game of this, you've seen it before. There we go. Double whammy there. This one does not squeak, which I find bizarre because they all squeaked. I've qualified. Right, well done, you've got enough. So that was a very battered Amiga phaser light gun. So when I originally got a light gun, it was Chris that influenced me to buy one in the first place. I had never experienced light gun games before on an Amiga, and with me having a CRT, ideal time. So originally I went searching, found one boxed, and then obviously the rest is history. I gifted it to Chris because I was done with that now. I was just kind of like, I've experienced it, it was nice, but because I've got safe searches on eBay, it popped up, and as I say, I was thinking, I don't really need a light gun, but I do like a challenge, and this one, as you can see, was cosmetically is absolutely battered. So my plans for this now are possibly to try and source someone to either A, make me some of these stickers. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that because, as I say, it's clearly been water damaged, that. There's not much in terms of me getting the case cleaned up. The good thing is it's not really that yellow. It's kind of still whitey grey, the colour it originally was. These blemishes you're not going to get out unless you sand it all down, and I can't really be bothered doing that. So I don't know, I may transplant it into that because that is a very nice case. It's got no wires on it, it's got the little thingo inside. I don't know. Shall I keep it original? This lead will just need a good cleaning up. It's grubby and it looks like it's been chewed by someone's hamster there. But that, I've never seen that. If anyone out there knows what this, because that is not original. I just can't see that being original for some reason. Because the one I gave Chris was it a black lead? No, I think it was a grey lead, but it was a grey 9-pin plug, not like that. And it certainly wasn't that lead anyway. It was a totally different lead. But anyway, it works, which is the main thing. I wasn't really expecting it to work, but when you look at these components inside, there's not much to them, and there's not much that can kind of go wrong. You've got a little board, you've got a lens, and you've got a trigger, which is a micro switch, and that is it. I do have one more gun, which is on the floor in bits, which is the, shall I go and bring it up? Yes, let's go and bring up the Sega Master System light phaser gun. Now this, again, is kind of similar to the Spectrum one and the Amiga one. The lens is somewhere knocking about. This one also, originally I bought this to mod to work on an Amiga because, now I'll show you this, that is a 9-pin. So that is the one, well, the one I gave Chris had that lead on, that plug not the one that says Sega on it, just that plug, not the one I've just showed you there. This gubbins inside is totally different from a Spectrum and an Amiga one, because essentially the Spectrum and the Amiga ones are kind of the same inside. This one has got a longer board on it, trigger is somewhere in the bag, and this has 2 weights on the inside as well. But yeah, that was good. That was a project ages ago, which kind of just got shelved, and as I say, I've ended up now with this. I'm going to keep this because yeah, why not? I'm going to see what I can do with the case, see if I can get it any better. If not, it's going to get transplanted into that. And if someone out there knows anyone, as I say, who can make me these stickers or similar or whatever, I don't know. I've got a couple of plans for it, and today I'm not going to clean it up. This was just about testing it out and see if it works. So I'm going to go back to the drawing board and see what I can do. I could even possibly sand it down a little bit and spray it. But yeah, that's for another video. And the good thing is, Chris, no squeaks at all. Maybe that fire has done it some good. So anyway, yeah, that is it for this video. I am still an active Amiga user. It's just that this room now has kind of taken over. It's become a little bit of a studio for my other channel and editing and stuff like that, which is a lot busier than this channel. And it's just things have got shelved and moved and put in drawers. And I've got a couple of consoles out there, so I've got like Series X, 360, got a projector for me cats, got an Xbox One up there, that's for the cats. Me Xbox original in the PC case in the corner, and a very long desk with a massive telly and then stuff underneath like video players and all that. So anyway, that is enough for today's video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
Siri.